Good afternoon to everybody. Today I'm gonna talk about Munchausen Syndrome.
Guest, Munchausen by proxy. This wasn't a disturbing story she watched on TV. She claims this was her life.
When my mom was sick, I felt sad.
I believe that I was a victim of Munchausen's by proxy and that my mother was the perpetrator.
What was going on? Dad would say, we had to take your mom to the hospital again. She's sick. I always wondered why she was sick.
I spent my entire life believing that I was sick and that my body was broken, only to find out that I was never sick at all.
Munchausen syndrome it is a disorder mental when the patient normally thinks symptoms to being believe the people they're sick or being believe the people that they're suffering some pain from a lesion. The simulation of the pain from the presence can be so convincing and so insistent that the doctor maybe will believe and make some sense. This is called Munchausen syndrome because of Baron Munchausen, that was a man that became famous for inventing stories of fantastic adventures that supposed to happen to him but never happened really. Now I'm gonna talk about the symptoms. Symptoms can appear in any part of the body. They are varied, but sometimes the symptoms do not fit with any body disease or the physical lesions and doing intentionally. Now I'm gonna give you an example about Munchausen syndromes. This is imagine that one day I'm go with you and show you a wand, and I tell you that somebody did me that one, but the truth is I did it myself because I have Munchausen syndromes and I want to you believe that I'm hurt when really don't, and I'm gonna benefit of your cares. This is one type of Munchausen syndromes. The other Munchausen syndrome is Munchausen syndrome by proxy. Is when the parents reflect the disease in her child when they don't sick. Is the same but with other people. Now I'm gonna talk about Didi and Gypsy Kate. Gypsy was the child of Didi. Didi has Munchausen syndrome. That's Gypsy left hers alone when Gypsy has to born. And when Gypsy was a kid, she had a lesson in the leg and she need wheelchair. And later when he was better, her mother Gypsy decided to let her the wheelchair to apparent that she has sick. Doctors of Gypsy never have a suspect that she's not sick because Didi, her mother, was so insistent about this that the doctors don't want to have problems and give it a reason to Didi.
Have you been able to confirm the girl's medical history?
Which part?
Any of it?
Didi was a person that into her childhood she was abused by her mother to actually have Munchausen syndrome, so it's like for hereditary for family.
Well, really, my mother and I had got into an argument 2 days before, and it was about my feeding tube. I'm like, I no longer need this feeding tube. Can we please have it removed? And she said no. And I had an upcoming surgery, and I didn't want to have it, so I asked her, please tell the doctor I don't need this surgery. I've had it 20 times before. Why do we have to have it again? And she's like, there's nothing I can do about it. The doctor wants it.
Munchausen syndrome is not an act to protect a child as many say. It is an abuse and a way to mistreat and expose your child and to risk. Even if you suffer from it yourself, it's not because you want to draw attention. It is because your mind is not right and not the same to hurt yourself. The causes of the mental illness are unknown. It is only known that the person who suffers from many may have experienced abuse are his family. So let's not minimize these cases.